Hey everybody, so I guess this is Toolbox Tour 3, I guess. I updated, got some more stuff, moved things around a bit, so I just thought I'd do another one to show you. Starting on the right, the top, T-handled hex keys, Allen keys, Mexico flag sent to me from a friend in Mexico, little light, snap-on hat on the side, a trouble light, some just things for reaching around and grabbing things, a pole clamp, whole bunch of stuff down there, cheater pipe. Up here, big wad of Canadian Tire money, everybody has those if you live in Canada. Tape measure, extra batteries, this camera, if you'll look here, goes through batteries like crazy, just eats them. Up here I have some broken tools, broken socket, cracked, let's see if I can get to focus. Not very well. Cracked socket, soon to be broken. Self-explanatory. Yeah. This one's just a wee bit bent. This stupid 3/8 air gun, Husky. I'll bring it over here. Had that for a while. It worked fine until I went to move the adjustment knob and it just snapped right off. So now it's stuck on low power, which makes it virtually useless. What else? Some smashed up sockets, a soldering holder, notepad. I keep those everywhere. Always writing things down. This drawer is tire stuff. Reamers, the insertion things, plugs, black ones and the orange ones. I like the orange ones. Cement, knife for cutting off the plugs. Valve tools, miscellaneous things, a bunch of tire caps back there, inflators, tire gauge. This one is a impact wrench thing, impact driver with the sets for it and a socket thing. C-clamp, or not C-clamp, yeah, C-clamp remover, C-clip, sorry, C-clip remover installer, some nail sets. Files, little files, big files, rasps, some rifle files, some file handles, putty knives, Bondo knives. This one's full of screwdriver bits and bit holders. This little thing is full of bits. DeWalt bit set. Not a big fan of DeWalt, but it works good, and I love these magnetic bit holders. They're awesome. Junk drawer, this is a number stamp set. Tweezers with magnifying glass, good for picking out slivers. A spark plug gapper, some wire, some miscellaneous junk. Everybody has junk drawer, that's mine. This is all cutting stuff, various saws, knives, all kinds of knives. Including this deadly thing, look at that. Whoa, whoa. Keep all my blades in here. Little case made for me by a friend. Makes them out of old computer housings. Keeps all the blades away from cutting my fingers up when I reach in the drawer. Drill bits. Concrete bits, spade bits, metal bits, wood bits, more screwdriver bits, hole saws, depth stops, more screwdriver bits. It does pretty much all I need it to for drill bits. I don't do tons of drilling. Pliers, just various kinds I've picked up throughout the years. Vice grips, I don't use those for too much other than holding things while welding, as you can see. Pretty filthy. This one was used for holding something while painting. Yeah, some of my pliers are out. Use this one a lot. I should keep this in the tire drawer really for pulling out screws and nails out of tires. Works great for that. And oh yeah, great for cutting wire ties, flush cut. Or zip ties, sorry. Wrenches. These ones here are the spline drive. So they're metric and SAE, and they start at a 5/16 and go up to a 1 inch or a 26 millimeter and a, is this in millimeters? 8 millimeter. The only one I don't have, I just put a 7/16 in there because I don't know what happened to the 7/16. 7/16 Challenger, made by Proto Canada. Good wrench. Craftsman USA metrics. A few of these aren't Craftsman, I just filled in. Set of stubbies. No name, go to 6 to 17, double open end. Double box end. These are Powercraft. Again, I've shown these before, but I love the broaching on them, so you can just hook it over a nut and slide it on. It makes it easy when you can't see to get it on the nut. These are a great set. These go up to 1 inch from 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And this little Honda offset double box inch wrench is 10 and 12 millimeter. It's great for working on small engines. It does lots of stuff, just about everything you need. Huge crescent tool. What size is this thing anyway? It's a 15-inch crescent tool wrench. Made in the USA, old one. Made in Jamestown, New York. Another crescent tool, older one. This one's a what? 15-inch? 12-inch, sorry. 10-inch. Another crescent. A couple of no-names. This one's a Caladad Industrial. I don't know where that's made. Trooper. Okay, it's a Trooper wrench. Anyways, I don't use adjustables too much, but they do have their place. A couple of bigger double open ends. Oh, this cool little one. Made in Mexico. 8 and 10 millimeter. Double open end, urea. Hard to see, my camera doesn't focus. Next drawers, more wrenches. Standard SAE, no name, I don't remember what they are. Made in China, I believe, but for the amount I use them, they work. These are metric. Most of them are Brico, which is a good brand. Not sure where Brico is made. I believe it was Canada. Brico ITC. This one's a 12 millimeter great neck. Missing my 13, I don't know where it went to. And some larger ones, up to 1 1/4, I think it is. And again, more wrenches. These are ratcheting wrenches. SAE ratcheting wrenches, gear wrench, stubbies, metric gear wrench, metric stubbies, flex head gear wrench, SAE, flex head metric. Blue Point reversible ratcheting wrenches. These are great. I've had them for a long time. They work really well. They're kind of my go-to wrench. Next drawer, screwdrivers. Lots of stuff. Ones at the back are Husky with the red handle. They're good. I like them. Ones at the front are all different brands. These ones, I don't know where I got them. I've had them for years, but this triangle-shaped head, if you've got arthritic hands or something, they allow you to put some good grip and get some good torque on them. They're not the best screwdriver tips, but the handles are awesome. Some old Woodies. A couple of ratcheting drivers. There's bits and handle drivers. A few things. Oh, cool little Proto keychain flat driver. It's an old one, given to me by a friend. Drawers, nothing exciting, just hammers, body hammers, some dollies at the back. Different kinds of hammers, dead blows, mallets, sledges. Big beast of a steel-handled, steel-headed hammer. Found that on the road and cleaned it up. It was covered in concrete. Electrical drawer. Meter. Heat shrink tape. Fuses. Lights. Switches. Connectors. Soldering gun. Another soldering gun here is one of those cold heat soldering guns. They used to sell them on TV. They actually work. They want to run on a battery. and they work for small things very well. Really, really good. I like it actually. I've had that for a number of years. Solder, zip ties, wire strippers, crimpers, test light, tape, lighter of course for heat shrink tubing, all sorts of stuff in there. Pretty much all I need. It's a cool little test light that I got years ago. It's like $10 or something, and it works really well. You know, it pierces the wire there. A little slide thing that pierces through. Touch a spark plug wire with it. It tells you if there's voltage going through it. It does high voltage. It says HV there. Miscellaneous drawer, antifreeze tester, plane, pipe wrenches, big pipe wrench, stapler. There's a lockout kit in there from Snap-on. Battery cleaners, turkey baster with a big hole in the bulb. Need a new one of those, I guess. Pipe cutter, a few things. Paint scraper way in the back there. Bottom drawer is a big 7-inch grinder, DA sander, pneumatic cutoff wheel, pneumatic body saw, air drill. It's a little die grinder set. I shouldn't keep it in here because I always forget I have it and never use it. It's just a straight angle die grinder with a bunch of bits. These toolbox are, this one's Mastercraft mid-box from the 90s, and a Craftsman that my wife bought me one year for Christmas. It works. It's pretty flimsy though. It's not the best, but it works. Okay, over to here, the middle box. It's a Snap-on, old Snap-on. Great big barbecue lighter, looks like a cigarette lighter. Inspection mirror, calendar. Clip, mirror off a Miata. Bunch of people. Mirror. Parts, magnetic parts tray. These are spline drive sockets and 1/2-inch drive. Universal extensions. 3/8 drive. Universal and extensions, and 1/4-inch drive. Flashlight, I keep those things all over the place too. They're handy and cheap. At the back here are 1/4-inch metric, deep and shallow. Can't see that. SAE, deep and shallow. Different brands, mostly Mastercraft. Imperial. These are 3/8 drive. One's Proto. I have a lot of Proto stuff. They make really good tools for a good price. So that's a full Hansen rail of Imperial, deep, and regular. Metric, deeps, regular. I'm missing a few I gotta fill in. Hard to find them. Other ones that go up like 21, 22, 23, different sizes. Some other sockets here. Set of 1/2-inch deep Husky. Spark plug sockets of varying sizes, Torx bits, Allen bits, reducers, big Allen key for brakes, use it all the time. 5/8, 9/16, 1/2-inch universal sockets, some palm drivers. Seem like a good idea, but they never get used. Ratchets, this is 1/2-inch drawer, no name. ITC, Westward, Princess Auto Power Fist, and this is a Falcon. It's my go-to 1/2-inch. It's really smooth. As you can tell by the handle, it gets used a lot. 3/8 drive, Husky, no name, old Proto, war finish, smooth as butter. Old flex head, no name, all trade rubber handled. Mastercraft, no name. Don't remember what this one is. It's a fine tooth. I don't remember though. Soft handled. Oh, great. Now I've done it. Can't get them back in. Alright, and this is another Falcon 3/8 drive. I use it a lot, it's my go-to. Princess Auto. 1/4-inch drive stuff. Pro Point flex head. This is my go-to 1/4 inch drive, soft handle. It's a nice, I like it. One of those gimmicky flip ends, I don't like it. Keep it though. Little snap-in 1/4 inch breaker bar, it does come in handy now and then. No Name, Craftsman USA, No Name, Mastercraft, Falcon. Came in a set with the other ones. Princess Auto also came in a set. Tiny wee little Pro Point from Princess Auto. Comes handy on dash stuff. And this little antique 1/4 inch thing, I don't know, I bought it in a lot of tools. Came with a whole bunch I bought for cheap and it still works. These are extensions, a 3/4 inch T-bar, 1/2 inch T-bar, 1/2 inch breaker bar, 3/8 T-bar, another 1/2 inch breaker bar, reducers, spinners, all that kind of thing. These are my Wobble Plus. They are Mastercraft. These are 3/8, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch regular extensions, 3/8 extensions, and a couple 1/4 inch. Really long 3/8 one. Comes in handy. This is just Allen keys, a Fuller set, Fuller Canada, different ones. These Exolite handles with the bits that fit in it for Allen keys, they're good. Round-headed handles, round-headed ends. Just various screwdrivers, leftover ones that I hardly use. Impact sockets, Mastercraft Maximum 1/2 inch set, and some 3/8 in there. 3/8 swivels. They don't bind at all, they work great, they're awesome, I love them. 1/2 inch extensions and a reducer. Various sockets. It's a 36mm I just bought. I'm gonna, a couple of 1/2 inch deeps. Gonna be needing it to do that Honda over there. Gonna be doing the CV axles today. So I needed the 36mm. And down to this one. This one's a Mac Tools box, an older one. Various picks, little pick set and other picks and handles. Wood chisels, nothing exciting. PPE, gloves of different sorts, earplugs, dust mask, safety glasses, more gloves under there for painting. These are punches and precision screwdrivers. Punches are mostly Protos, Thorson. I forget what kind that is. These couple are made in China. This one's a Stanley made in Canada punch. This chrome thing, I don't know, I beat the hell out of it. Punch and chisel holder so you don't whack your knuckles. This old one there. This extractors, little extractors, big extractors. It's a little precision set. I've never even bothered to look where it was made. I don't remember where I got it. It's kind of cool, so I keep it. I don't think I've ever even used it. Side cutters, needle nose, driver, bits, a couple of sockets, an extension, and some precision screwdrivers. All in this neat little case. I don't remember where I got it or what brand it is, and I don't think I've ever even used it, but someday, who knows. Welding stuff, welding rods, welding shade, could watch the eclipse, already did. Ground clamps, ground lugs, some welding wire, contact tips, just miscellaneous junk. These are just extra sockets, bunch of 1/2 inch drive stuff. Most of those are SAE swivels at the back, bigger, larger sizes, bunch of extra sockets, all good brands. Proto, Challenger, there's a few Mac, different ones. These are all extra stuff, a lot of 1/2 inch stuff, nothing that really fits up here that gets used every day, but they're all good brands, so I keep them. Just a little matrix set that I put together. box is made by, again, my friend in Mexico that makes Metacomputer boxes. You can see HP, Hewlett Packard. It's an old Craftsman SAE set, 3/8 drive, all original, all there, hardly touched. It's from the 60s, 70s, 60s, late 60s, early 70s, I'm not sure. Nothing exciting here. Pry bars and wrecking bars, Princess Auto pry bars. I've never broke a pry bar, I've bent a few, but I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of money on Snap-on pry bars. Clamps. Plastic ones work good for working with wood. Metal ones I use for welding. Various sizes. Those little clips are handy for things too. Bigger ones, smaller ones. I have a tiny little C-clamp in here. I use for pinching off hoses all the time. Yeah, little wee tiny C-clamp. Works good for pinching off hoses. Bottom drawer is just broken stuff. Broken old cheap cordless drills. Broken grinder parts. I can rebuild a lot of those Mastercraft grinders, so I keep the parts. Some old RC batteries and motors. Broken tire gauge I ran over. Some three-legged pullers, different sizes. These broken gruppers, it won't come up, it's jammed. Old used grinding discs. That's for the middle bay. The next one on the left here is Grey Tools Canada, old box, the mid chest. Grey Tools 1/2 inch, torque wrench, 1/4 inch, 3/8, new digital tire gauge, some Gojo hand cleaner and some lotion, some Glysomed hand lotion. Use that Gojo, it cleans you really good, but it dries your hands right out. Different wire brushes, a toothbrush for cleaning, some air nozzles. This nozzle I took and drilled out the inners, so it'll empty that 60-gallon tank in about 5 minutes. It blows that, like I can stand at the front of my garage and blow all the dust out the door without moving. It works really good. Various locks that I don't have keys to anymore that I picked. Combination lock, U-Haul lock, lock picking practice lock, it's clear. Headlamp, and some air blowers. Scissors, Fiskars, good scissors. Or those are HDK. Had some Fiskars. Digital vernier clamp. Digital scale, like the drug dealers use. Little Starrett machinist ruler. Pin snips, left, right, straight. Empty drawer. Nut drivers, all kind, from the old Exolites, really old Exolites, Mastercraft, Craftsman, a couple, various things. These things really stink. This drawer stinks. These handles just deteriorate on their own in off gas, and they don't smell pretty, trust me. Air tools, my Snap-on XT 7100 1/2 inch air impact, works good for everything I do. Vapor 3/8 drive air ratchet. I don't use it so much since I got this one. This one's a lot smaller if you look and see, and it's got just as much power, works just fine. Vapor air hammer, chisel bits, little die grinder, 45-degree angle die grinder, or 90-degree. Cookie pads and stuff, grinding stones. Use it all the time. Grinding discs, jigsaw blades, blades for different things, wire wheel, cutting disc. I used to use these flapper discs all the time, but they're expensive. For the price of one of those, you can get a pack of 4 of these and they'll do the same, and each one of those lasts about as long as the flapper disc. Some 7-inch grinding wheels, 4.5 inch metal cutting, grinding, diamond blade from Makita. I rarely use this because I don't do tile work or anything. What it's good for is squaring up here. If you get a groove develop in your grinding wheel and your bench grinder, Just run this across a few times while it's running, and it screws it right out. Cleans it, works great. Learned that tip from somebody on the Garage Gazette, can't think of his name right now. And of course a whole bunch of grinder wrenches, because none of them can agree on a standardized wrench, God forbid, right? Level, tap and dice set, square, speed square, tape measure, Sharpie, digital temperature gun. Let's see, it's temperature right now on the floor. 20 degrees Celsius, feels about right. Another level, pencil sharpener, tape measures, chalk lines, plumb bob. This is my Astro Pneumatic booster pack. One of those little small ones, works awesome. Lock picking set. Torque sticks, 1/2-inch drive torque sticks. They work great. Just gotta know how to use them. Grease gun, caulking guns, fish bonker or head bonker, depends on what needs bonking. Store is just tape, glue, ties, some CDs at the back. And this drawer is just miscellaneous junk, dividers, those metal socket holders, some leftover drawer liner, and that little folder has all my bunch of paperwork and stuff in it. And underneath is just some cases for things, a tool belt. Let's see, what else can I show you? Bench grinder you've seen. Keep the ear plugs or ear muffs and face shield right near the grinder so I remember to use them. 60-gallon 5-horse compressor, Sanborn. Belt grinder, buffing wheel. Couple of drill press clamp. Bench vise. Bunch of chargers for my cordless tools that I use, and a cutting board that I use for cutting out photos and various things, decals down. Drill index, drill press, set up with a cross slide vise. Works awesome, love it. Computer, laptop used for looking things up in here. Parts trays full of screwdriver things, or screws, nuts, bolts, that type of thing. Nails. Can of Coke. Since I quit smoking and drinking, I drink more Coke and chew nicotine gum. Not so sure that's the best for me. Another notepad, like I said, I keep those everywhere. They're always thinking of something to write down. World's biggest bottle opener I've ever seen. It's a beast. Big knife. Used to be what I called a beer fridge, but now it's just a pop and juice fridge. Bent up the handles myself and stuck them on, painted the shadow lines. Used to be full of beer all the time, full of Coke and pop and juice. That's how my life has become dull. Some books, welding books, manuals for cars, brake pad box, just changed the brakes on my SUV, toothbrushes for cleaning things, some cordless drills, I got a couple of them out. Son-in-law has one. Another bench grinder, wire wheel and small grinding wheel. Need to change my paper towels, not those ones, I use the blue ones down there. Down there some oil, antifreeze, washer fluid, recycling bin I throw all my bottles and cans in, various junk, angle grinders. I've got, this one's a no-name Princess Auto, Makita, Milwaukee, and 2 Mastercraft. They all have different wheels on them. I hate changing wheels when I'm doing something, so it's easier just grab another grinder and plug it in. My bench vise has a pipe vise in the bottom. I use it all the time. It's just a cheap one, but it works. Right now I've got soft jaws on there. I made out of some sheet metal, and that's actually chamois glued to them, so it stops marring things. They fit perfect. I made them to fit on the jaws of the vise. Took some sheet metal, just bent it around, and then spray adhesive the chamois on. Jar of sawdust I use for if I get any spills, I just pour it on the floor, shake it out. Funnels, abrasive chop saw on a stand, old Forney welder, works awesome. Fan, little toaster oven for baking painted small parts, works great, stops the wife from yelling at me for using the oven in the house. fan, a couple of welding helmets up there. Way up there is my Ducati flag, Isle of Man, and the Canada 150th anniversary flag up there. This is my tool cart. There's my kitty, Gromit. Hey Gromit, how are you, buddy? How's it going, little man? Just socket set, just pretty much anything I can just roll out to the car. Wrenches, screwdrivers, battery charger, spotlight, cheater bar, jack stands underneath. Let's see what else. Bought a new set of coveralls the other day. My old ones are pretty useless, and wife got tired of me wrecking all my pants, so I use those. These are the CV drive axles that I just ordered in from Rock Auto. Checked online, checked around here locally. Cheapest I could get them anywhere was about 150 a side for the Honda. Went online, Rock Auto. Let's see if I can tune in. $35.95 and $35.90 a side, American. And the freight charges was $21.74 American. It came to about 160 bucks, delivered to my door. Took 2 weeks. Half price of what it would have cost to buy them here, and it's not like I needed them right now. It's the wife's car, and she has another one that she drives. She's got a little Miata. So it's mostly just her winter car. And I'm getting it all jacked up on jack stands. As soon as I'm done this video, I'll be changing the CV axles in it. Over here is a little plastic IKEA card on rollers that keep various stuff in, drawers, car washing things, all sorts of stuff. It's a can rack that I made out of 2x4s, holds all my spray cans, cleaners, oil, acetone, strippers, various things. A bunch of wheels that I bought on Kijiji for cheap. Snowblower, I just gave it a tune-up and got it running the other day. Get ready for winter. God, I hate the thought of winter. Hanging garden tools, snow shovels, rakes, blah blah blah. Weed burner torch, works great, love that thing. Old little floor jack and a cordless weed whipper, love that. Car ramps, stand, halogen lights, extra tire for my SUV. I put 2 new ones on the front. This one was like new, so I kept it. I'll use it for a spare should something happen. Cord reel, retractable, reaches all over the garage. It's great, on its own dedicated plug by the fuse box. Let's see, what else can I show you while I'm doing this? And there's Gromit again, how about that? Come over here. Wire welder, welding helmet, welding cart, fire extinguisher, always have one of those. Air tank that I bought on Kijiji for 20 bucks. Filled it to 120 psi. A week ago, it's still holding. Good for filling tires. I'm going to put a quick change chuck on the end right now. It's just got a tire chuck on there. So it's good. I just set it there. It's not going to stay there. Just set it there for, well, because that's a place where it fit. Welding table. I've been making these out of bed frame angle iron. They're just spot welded on the back side right now. I got to go in and fill in the welds. They're coping cut in a way. So fully weld them and grind them flat. You can't see it. It looks like one continuous piece. Then I fill them with expanded metal, all ground down. You get clear coated legs put on, and this is going to be a coffee table and end table set. My sister has a high-end furniture store, and they sell really well. The industrial vintage look is in. A set of coffee table and 2 end tables will sell for about $1,000 when clear coated. For the legs, I use a half round pipe. I just cut in half and put it in the corner. Grind it all, exposed steel with grinder marks, clear coat it. They take about a day. I can make a set, and I've got a ton of this expanded metal. I bought a whole bunch really cheap. These 2 feet by 4 feet sheets. I bought about 20 of them for 40 bucks a few years ago from a welding shop. They were drops from a job they did. There's my floor jack. Better than the old one. Garbage can. This flammable garbage container, rag container I got. Don't want to burn your garage down throwing away rags. Spontaneous combustion. Air dryer, pressure regulator, and hose. I use that for painting. I painted cars, boats, you name it, everything else. This is all leftover lumber from building a shed that I did a little while ago. a whole bunch of tool trays. I paid $10 for 6 of them. This one on top wasn't one of them. This is an old rusty one that I had. And there's a bunch of tools in there, wrenches and stuff that I'm selling. I just want to get rid of. Wooden table that I built on wheels. Rolls around the garage. It's great for everything. Use it all the time. Electric powered hacksaw. Just goes back and forth. It works awesome. Uses standard hacksaw blades. Great for cutting metal. 4x6 metal cutting bandsaw. I put them both on carts so I can roll them around. Just welded up angle iron and put wheels casters on it. Scrap metal and junk down there. Half a bag of Quikrete that I've had for about 5 years. Don't want to throw it out, but don't know what to do with it. I'll stand back over here a bit. The cabinets I picked up at IKEA. They were on clearance, sliding doors. They're awesome for keeping stuff. You don't just want to keep out of the way and keep out of the dust. A couple of paint guns, shots gun, sandblaster guns, HVLP gun, coiled air hose, some stick-on sanding disc for the DA sander, jigsaw, circular saw, electric nailer and stapler, corded Makita drill, rotary tool, paint stripper back there, shop vac down there, some vacuum bags, fiberglass cloth back there, all sorts of sandpaper and stuff. This one has a whole bunch of crap. Just junk. Christmas lights, miter saw, whole bunch of nails and screws, various receiver hitches for vehicles, old microwave, bits of chain and hardware, camp stove, little chair, electrical nuts, can of stain, bicycle pump. There's my creeper down there. I'm going to grab that. I'll be needing that when I do the Civic or the Honda. Water cooler and an oil drain pan. This one is paints, rags, garbage can, various paints used throughout the house, rollers, brushes, trays, 150-foot extension cord, a couple of buckets. A big plastic bin is full of all scrap metal stuff, all little cut-off pieces that I don't throw out. I can usually dig through there and find something if I need to make a bracket. And this is the wife's cabinet. I've given her this one. All gardening stuff. Nothing in there for me. And just here I've got a big table and a piece of 1/4-inch plate that I was going to make a welding table out of and still might someday. Cooler. And let's see, that's about it. That's the garage. The shop, heater in the corner. And let's see, yeah, that's about it for now. There's my stool. And so I guess I should get to this car. And those CV axles aren't going to install themselves. So thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, like. Thanks for watching. Bye.